8-Ball isn't sure, but Isurus have played Inferno a lot.
Okay.
And 00 in terms of recent games have only played it 3 times, or twice actually. They lost once to FaZe. They got 10 rounds versus FaZe, but that's probably really good practice.
That ain't bad.
And yeah, Taco said he's going to take this game very seriously, and for good reason.
For sure.
Everybody's here for a reason. And yeah, both teams chip on their shoulder to be able to close out the last match of the day today.
Feels like that, you know, inability to close versus 9Z is kind of haunting 00Nation coming into this map, but it was a really hot start for Try on that map of Overpass. You know, then the usual suspects of dumau, Lotto both took over. Try kind of cooled off. And right now, it looks like the Nation wants to get aggressive down through middle. Taco on the scoreboard nice and early. coldzera right there with him. And Isurus decides that they've got themselves a bit of a chance to just stampede their way out through balcony. Taco will connect to Luchov as he tries to jump down from balcony. There's some kind of an answer finally. It is reversive to coldzera, and it is Lotto with a face full of flash, but if only Reserve had gone around that corner, he could have maybe cleared out the player on lane. Ooh. That's going to set up Lotto perfectly to just recover, and unfortunately 16 HP versus 3 will not be enough. The CTs win the pistol.
Yeah, they go all kinds of aggressive. I feel like Isurus are lucky to get the bomb down in this spot after the first couple of kills come in. Shout out to Taco for this round with his 2 clean frags, but everybody's in position, you know, with enough support. That is not really a big problem. So Isurus, not the start that they wanted. And to compound, starting on T side as well. But Inferno, you are expected to get your 7-8 rounds on T side, even if it's hard.
A labored effort. We got 2 Galils, AK-47. It's a doable buy. coldzera goes for the peek in mid. No contact, no gunfire, no damage.
Very standard re-aggression as dumau clears things out at the top of Banana. Doesn't see a soul. It's a very threatening attack here, though, from Isurus with the 2 Galils. And we are extremely low on utility already at the minute mark for 0-0.
Proactive from 00Nation. coldzera wants a little bit of vision, but that smoke's real high. Takes a jump spot, sees nothing. We hit the 45-second mark in a 5v5.
Ooh, they're actually kind of buying into this fake on mid control, so it's just going to be a re-aggro and an arch split, and they've got the CTs behind the rotator smoke, so 2 in the site. They'll have to defend with their guns.
We got Try in the pocket on the FAMAS. Taco the pit to support. Oh, Taco going down empty-handed, and Try as well. Same problem.
Well, they actually have to turn from this.
Damn, isolated by the utility, and it just relies on the players who are stuck in the site with neither player offering anything. I feel like the retake's impossible.
Yeah, they got them to bite on that really hard. So, of course, from what we just saw, if they had set up in, like, cubby and, you know, close wall, they probably win the rounds, right? If with the amount of players they had on the site just a few seconds before that. But because Isurus throw down an empty arch smoke and just chill, that's all they need to do to get 0-0 to leave. Very clean entries. Happy to cast Mayern again.
Yes, it's been a while.
Unfortunately, I'm malintentioned. It's just so that when he whiffs, I can say he put a bit too much mayonnaise on that.
Oh, no, got that again. So, oh, Christ, I'd forgotten.
Yeah.
I had forgotten.
Just waiting for it. He doesn't whiff often, but I want to be there when he does.
Backwards earbuds, if I read that situation right. It can happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. At least that's what it was originally. Oh, it's got to be a heartbreaker. 00Nation, you know, that tough loss after the 14-7 lead on Overpass to start the day. Win a pistol, all feels good. Get swept away on that A-bomb site. Reality check. And a tough one. You know, 00Nation, I think one of the organizations that's kind of come through with big moves, right? They make big money plays. Having originally had Mobs as well as a part of this project, I believe at the previous major cycles RMR event.
Yeah, they made a lot of roster moves.
And then Try, obviously, you know, upcoming Argentinian star, gets poached from 9Z, thinking that this would be the better chance, and then his own old team eliminates him from the major contention in the last cycle.
Yeah.
Has to open up against the same guys here today. Loses after the 14-7 lead. You know, it's been trials and tribulations.
Yeah, it's tough because all of the wins that we've, you know, casted of 9Z have just been extraordinary.
Yes.
I mean, their last RMR, their win over Vitality at the Showdown.
Yep.
They've just, yeah. When they win, it's always very special. And now 2-0.
I swear that I'm a part of Argentinian Counter-Strike history. Every time something big happens, man, I'm not too far away.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that then, you know, I rate Argentina.
What's their national dish?
What's their national dish?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been there.
Oh, your passport's been revoked.
Damn it. So close. So damn close.
The only thing, I actually don't know if this is true, but I think Boludos means stupid.
Okay.
Or it means like silly guy or something.
Oh, you know, silly guy.
Yeah. Boludos Peak. Join the Steam group.
Are you still the CEO of the Honda Peak Steam group?
I am the CEO of the Honda Peak Steam group.
Okay. I am also the head admin of a Steam group. Did you know that?
Okay. Which one?
The CZ70 sucks. With a 5 for sucks. Because the CZ75 is the worst pistol in the game.
Man, you're kicking it while it's down. It's not the CZ's fault. It's Valve's.
And there's still a few people out there that use it. Excuse me, have you ever touched a 5.7? Have you ever put your hands on a Tech 9?
That's true.
Join now. CZ70 sucks. It's actually private. You can't join.
Okay. Not very inclusive.
Back to reality. Remember, 3 players survived for 00Nation, so facilitates the rebuy here. It's not everything they'd hoped for, but it's still 2 M4s, MP9s, and a Deeg. A boost on the corner of CT. I don't think I've seen this for a while.
It's nice. You don't have to shoulder peek. Hard to hit.
And the jump right in.
But Isurus played it very well right there with a shoulder from Deco. And doing a little bit of what they did at the top of mid. You know, showing some presence, throwing an initial smoke to grab some utility, and then just execing right behind it. And the CTs are in slightly worse spots. See if it works. That molly. Oh, that molly can make a world of difference.
Just a sea of Galil bullets. Oh my god, the run through. MP9 in the middle. Lotto loses vision. Dumau is one of them. He's somehow back behind on Banana. Coldzera comes in.
Wait a second.
At what point did Cole get there?
I don't even know. He got 3 kills?
Yeah.
Holy. 2016?
Yo, he's got his teammates like sweating bullets all around these smokes. He's like, what are you nervous about?
Yeah.
Runs through, deletes 3.
Hold my beer.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my god.
Yeah. 2 times major MVP.
2 times #1 player in the world.
2 times major champion.
GOAT.
Deco's got Dumau's number towards Banana. The early clash goes the way of Isurus. The Force War is very much in full effect, but the AKs can sustain it much longer. Taco trying to set up here with Try just alongside him. Oh, well-timed flashbang. Two different guns having fired. Now coldzera on the other end. His back's turned, lined up, and Cold gets himself the double. Even sticking around for a second to set up that next level fight. A good redirection again from Isurus. That balcony has been the bane of the A site when it comes to the desperation. Plant down, retakes on. There's not many players in the world who have had coldzera side by side alongside them. Lotto in this position with the flashbangs to try and set them up for this retake. AK from Reversive towards Pit, kind of pushed off. Fight after fight, he's just looking to keep his head tucked down inside. Starts to shave some off Lotto. Noxy in from the corner. coldzera falls to that. And now Lotto point blank gets the trade. His gun is empty. His health is low. He jumps on top of Bomb. And time, unfortunately, not on his side. A little more damage, but it's Reversive with the clutch. And Isurus right back.
Damn, they played that post plant really well. I thought coldzera was going to save the day. It looks like he's kind of in a mood right now. Fragging very hard. But I like that Isurus didn't think too much about how much space they had. They immediately wrapped around halls and jumped out. They did this on the pistol as well. Scored him a bomb plant. Just avoided the problems inside of mid instead of facing it head on. And killed coldzera later when it was on their terms.
Oui. Again, 3B early. dumau's still alive for now. Died real quick last round as he peeked around wood. Smoke at the feet of two. No kill for dumau. Lotto's got the double. And that third player who was here, Taco, back in CT spawn. By the time he returns, it's smoked off. And the bomb site very much belongs to Isurus. Luchov is planting. And the T's can comfortably sink into this bomb site. They've got one on banana, two back. Try having to think whether or not he wants to gamble this M4. Leaves utility and spawn for coldzera to come over and then set them up. You think Taco pushes in front with the deagle in hand. He's got a smoke potentially for bomb. There's no kit currently on these three players for 00Nation. And now coldzera. Oh, they haven't yet pulled the trigger. Again, time's the biggest issue here. Try's going to get the kill. They haven't cleared the back sight, so Deco, easy return frag. And Reversive, yet again, a key piece of locking this in. Time, not their ally. And the fallback, going to be costly. Bomb clears the board of everyone other than Reversive. And Isurus, happy with that.
Yeah, that damage helped a lot. Man, it's so quick that Isurus are able to pick their site. Like they find the moment, I feel like, based on the clock when the rotation comes out. They seem to be reading 00Nation extremely well here. I mean, you know, Lotto's lucky to get the 2.5 and a little bit of damage, but right after that, Isurus don't feel uncomfortable about the thought that there could be Taco still in the site or a third player somewhere nearby. They just jump on it, and that's been working out pretty well for them. Still a close game, but I would be a bit paranoid if I was 00Nation about the way in which Isurus are taking the sites on me. Nothing feels worse in Counter-Strike than the thought that you're being obvious.
Little seed of doubt has been planted. 00Nation keep their cards close to them on this round. It's all in the power of the Zeus for dumau. But of course, nobody actually heading towards that B site. With this close proximity to A, Isurus grab bomb. Oof, could have been a chance there for Cold. Oof, Taco picks it up instead. Just the USP. He's got the cover. It's a tough spot to get people out of. Unfortunately, it's even tougher to fight back with just the vanilla sidearm. He's keeping him distracted, but nobody's here to help him. There are no helping hands for Taco. And so he falls as Isurus prime themselves to win 4-2.
Yeah, clean one versus the lowest buy possible, so we're just happy about the rounds. USP Ninja over here. Yeah, but Cold could be playing well, but if they keep getting him to rotate like this, then, you know... Oh, they're going to nullify him. No Zeus!
Disappointing. I was ready.
Yeah, the sound effect queued up.
I was going to do it all. I was going to gyrate in my chair, act it out. Lotto? Nope, nothing. But nothing to lose either, so there it is. Cleared away. Isurus, 4-2. T-side Inferno. Very nice. But the buy's back in from 00Nation. It's been a wonky start just because of the nature of the economy. Game on.
People's T-sides have been pretty good today. Some impressive rounds being won. Let's see about that try-off. That's why they hired him.
Meant to really be above and beyond. Man used to carry 9Z. Kicking and screaming. But a missed shot inside of the apartment. Taco and Lotto pick up pieces though. 5 versus 3. Finally a good look for 00Nation. Now just hang on. There's time to recover, though.
Yeah, I mean, 3v5s definitely feel a little bit more possible on Inferno, especially with something like this, top and edit control. Dumau playing close to the smoke that's going to expire momentarily, but he goes to the high ground for an extra advantage. CTs don't really have an incentive to move.
Dumau fine. Dodges the flashbang. Again, support behind him as well. And doesn't pull the trigger as they fall away. So 30 seconds and a Molotov only. Isurus having to contemplate. Make sure you survive if you're not going to go for the recommitment.
I think the one thing that was good here is for 0-0, it feels like the one thing they can't do is just posture. Like they can't pretend they're having map control. They can't stay back and just spot for info. They play within the smokes and they can catch out Isurus. And here, at least at the top of mid, especially with Taco, you know, standing in the brackets, made sure they don't just take that for free. And now Isurus have to, I think, reassess.
Counter-terrorists win.
Marin on high alert. This guy's gaming.
Yes.
You're clearing spawns in T-spawn, clearing spots in T-spawn.
Mm-hmm.
AK held on to. 2 up for Isurus.
Try starting B this round with the original duo. We're not often seeing them go for a deep B control or anything like that, though. Again, this is the kind of posturing. They're smoking down B, but if someone just walked through on a whim, they obviously wouldn't have a fight right there.
Well-timed nade over the top. Nobody actually inside the apartments, but maybe that spam is the call to action for Taco. They'll find footing on the balcony, Marin clearing out apps. Another smoke down at the bottom of Banana as well, so Isurus just having to wait until the minute mark before they can go and carve any kind of info back their way. Here comes a volley. Not quite deep enough.
Yeah, a bit early. And that one smoke got tried to back up a little bit as we cross the 50-second mark, and the B guys go back into the site. So I feel like Isurus are doing quite a good job here of getting the setups that they want out of 0-0. It doesn't feel like Try feels comfortable to rotate either, but the bomb now is actually going back to the A site.
We're getting weird.
Yeah, might be throwing a fake into this.
See if Try gives it up or whether he sticks to it. No, he is gone.
Oh, yeah, they get him out. Wow.
Full rotate. Even the second player started to give up sight. Going to play arch side instead, and that's Taco. 20 seconds left. There's going to be a crunch here. If bomb hits the ground, thanks to Taco, things get extra interesting. And sure enough, with the first frag, he falls back off the flash. Dumau kills Luchov over towards the B site, so support will get here eventually, but is it even needed? 7 seconds. And it's the legends of 00Nation to just single-handedly hang on to that A site between Taco and Cold. It's Isurus to find no opening.
Yeah, well, they got the rotations, but they didn't have that much time. And if they could have gone a bit slower, maybe they could have been more thorough towards the A site. But overall, that was super comfortable for the two CTs that were there just for that moment. Taco playing Moto very calmly, and coldzera unbothered inside a big pit. They don't molly him. They don't try to scale on him. They don't put anyone on the balcony to try to trade his position. They kind of hope the pit rotator moved in that spot, but that's a harder rotation to score, of course, the hardest if you're faking B.
Boy, easy mow down for dumau. Gonna get a little confidence back as he mows down 4 players, mops up frags with ease. And the Glocks get Isurus absolutely nothing, as they should. So CT's starting to stabilize again. You know, the force back and forth made things weird. Now we're starting to see a sustainable CT side here from 00Nation.
Yeah, they get a little lead. And actually, even off that full save, I mean, money's good enough to buy, don't get me wrong, but you pretty much have to spend every dollar. It looks like 2 Galils to make sure they have the nades. Something a little faster.
Yeah, here we go. Blue chop at the front. Ooh, there's a player on porch just staring into the wall. Oh no, excuse me, it's Try. He's inside. Holy hell, frag.
Wow.
Doesn't do any damage to the players in the apps, but...
I don't know even that they've wrapped already.
No, they're deep. The smokes maybe give wind of it, but they're so far in, and Try is still just looking down middle, like, where is everyone? He's gonna come clear arch side from the same path Isurus have taken. Easy pickup versus reversive. Activation from Taco. Double kill, in fact. As they flood down into the pit, it's Mayern with a follow-up. Try's gonna have this cross held currently. If the peek comes in from pit, then maybe he connects a headshot. But there's support here. And there's pressure on Mayern from utility. Try dunks the nade on top of him, and 00Nation hang on.
Taco's been good from the pits. Overall, the A-site players are just like getting their frags. This is one where, like, in terms of space, Isurus got everything they needed very quickly, but they just kept getting picked off. And I think they maybe got a little confused, like, where is their arch presence? Where did Try get off to if there was someone there? And eventually, of course, getting flanked by him, maybe thinking a little bit too long in that spot. It looked like there were some good counter flashes as well to slow them down. And maybe that's why they were put in that unnerving situation. So Isurus will call attack pause. And this round was kind of cool because it was just a tempo change and they ran up mid and went for the wrap. I feel like if they just had that follow through, they would have had a similar round to the previous one where they had 2 on the site, wrapped arch and got both frags. But maybe that's wishful thinking. For whatever reason, they were not comfortable. And everyone seems to be kind of half blind on the attack as well.
Pack of Tech 9s working their way up alt. Luchov at the front. Try. Blinded. He's going to have pressure, but luckily coldzera's here to help him. And that's a perfect bait and switch. Try just jumping his way around the corners as coldzera comes through with 3 kills versus the Tech 9s. A 4th to be his. Unless dumau grabs it and Taco just clotheslines Mayern.
That was kung fu right there.
Drop kick to the side of the head. And Noxy just wants to hide. Tell me when it's over. Close your eyes, brother. It's not real.
You know, if you get to that point in the map on an arch, you kind of feel good, like you're in like a decent spot. You turn the corner of death, you broke bracket control.
You literally see Try running away.
Right.
You know, it's not some like ominous where are they pit trap. We've got him on the back foot, boys. And then you are very much dead. So dumau comes through with a couple closers. Nice that Try is again able to survive that fight as he gets chased around those corners. Mm-hmm. So 5 up from 00Nation, and again, the CT side stabilizing more and more.
Did all that while scratching his nose. The goat.
Ooh, try with an angle. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Noxy decides to spam away. Good game sense. Oh, that's...
He's trying to get both, maybe? Or just smoke in front of logs.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that, Chief.
Yeah.
So, a 5v4. A player taken away from this A site. Coldzera, who's over towards smoke, and Taco. Ooh, they get up close and personal. He can't finish reversive. Cold, 2 kills. Next one faces. That's another half health taken out of Noxy. And Coldzera going above and beyond at the moment. 15 and 6. Trying to set up what's left of his team. Now evened out. And these are the stars that are meant to shine. This is what the rest of 00Nation considers the next generation of Brazilian players in Dumau and Lotto. Oh, and dunked on as that homing missile finds the kill backside. So Mayern's got the pit position. He's got the bomb planted in front of him. He decides to cross over. He's looking to get active. And this could catch them off guard. Sure enough, he catches Lotto climbing boxes, runs away, gets around the corner, and a quick jump from Dumau onto the bomb, tapped once. Mayern comes in and goes down with just enough time, I believe.
Oh, no.
Oh! Did he just?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Did he? Oh, Jesus. Oh, my goodness.
What?
Why is he pretending like that wasn't close? Thought he bungled it. Wow, that was very close. What if someone trolled them and said, you don't have a kid, it's over there? Coldzera is getting way too much value out of his M4 on the A site, just in open positions. He's multi-fragging like crazy. And even with his 15 kills, it feels like it could have been more if he didn't get, you know, kind of outplayed as a team with some of his early rotations. Scary form from him at the moment.
Okay,
oh,
Taco.
Look at Taco go.
Damn.
All the cilantro.
Dumau flashed. Isurus don't have much elsewhere, so they kind of throw the Hail Mary here at the B site. Good spam damage through smoke. Luchov deep into the site. Man advantage, 00Nation. Health advantage. Oh, Noxy. Bullets whizzing by. Frag doesn't finish him off. It finds him.
Wow, he took a risk in that open plant, but it saved him from getting naded.
He sits on HP instead. This is going to have to be a shining moment from Luchov back site. Oh, and he's not even hiding around the corners. He's a couple steps closer. This could very well catch them off guard. Here's the peek. Oh, Taco, he's got that trade right back. Big round from Taco, considering this starts at alt mid. He takes down 2 players with that beautiful adjustment. Now 3 to his name. And Noxy, 8 health. Dropped by Lotto. Again, they jump on bomb just in the nick of time. And that will be 9 rounds to 00Nation.
Yeah, it's well done on the retake, and that's some great shots being hit. Kind of everyone's just like fragging, I feel like, on 0-0. At least the kind of key players on either site. So this could definitely get worse from Isurus. It feels like they're losing a little bit of steam. I mean, look at this 2K from Taco.
Clean frag, poor Mayern. Spread like mayonnaise.
Mm-hmm. I like the liberal use of tack pauses here before the first half is even over. Isurus can make a small recovery. They just think hard enough. I mean, I don't have the answers, but if they think hard enough.
See what they come up with. Excuse me, off of the tack pause. 6 rounds, best case scenario.
I think it's just been to the boon of 0-0 that they're getting more and more aggressive as the rounds go on, because the earlier rounds where they just wanted to pretend like they were, those are the ones they were losing. Uh-oh.
Shot from Try, not his best game. 27 ADR, 14 rounds deep.
Well, let's try, not succeed.
So back and forth. A lot of space being given here. Lotto deep on the arch end. Are they going to walk right into this? No. It feels like these A players have had to survive tests again and again. A stompy rotation to the library, trying to maybe bait Noxy into the dumau crosshair, which could still unfold his favor, sure enough.
Oh,
but big redirection there.
Yeah.
Bit desperate, dumau moving over, not knowing how deep they could be at this moment. And sure enough, sets default on fire and has to now hold. Oh man, gets flashed through, turns around, head on a swivel. Catches Mayern inside the little pit, reverse it with the trade frag and the fallback onto Banana. So 2 sight again. Banana the insurance policy if needed. Deco off the top rope. Catches coldzera. Loses a lot of health in the process. Lotto could be set up, but Luchov wins his fight. And now it needs to be Taco on this long flank. Bomb beyond the halfway point. And so Isurus stare that 5th round win in the face.
What was the justification for leaving B entirely there? It's kind of hard to see. I mean, there was a lot of utility pressure, of course, on the A site.
Yep.
So that makes sense.
That's about it.
Yeah, that was about it. They had no info on B. Enough. You know, if you can't win with 4 players on A, you shouldn't be here at the road to Rio. So maybe they should have left at least one person over on the other side of the map.
Chalk that one up to a little conditioning. 00Nation haven't really faked that A site. You know, normally when there's util, there are players behind it.
That's
And not
true.
1 or 2, but everybody.
That's very fair, actually.
So,
The conditioning working.
yes, sir. Pavlov would be proud. Try. There it is. He's had a couple missed chances. This time, Luchov will not escape alive. He'll have to try and bounce back in the next half. Doom, are you going through this? Surely not without a flash. I mean, Lotto's got one. He's dropping all the utility right after.
Yeah, I guess it would have been like game over if they're all like up at the top of mid, but this was just a 5v4. Certainly not one just yet. And now Isurus are thinking, well, what do we think about that? B's a little light now. They don't seem to be exactly operating together, but they have done this before. Leave someone to lurk.
Why? Bullets whiz over top of Lotto and just past his gun barrel. You know, but it's feigning presence at B when in reality A site's about to get hit. Majority here for Isurus, including that arch wrap. If Mayern swings around, he could very well catch those players up on Balk. We'll see Taco gonna have to hold them in. But up close instead, Taco delivers 1. coldzera comes through with the frag. Now they've got 2 CTs with the bomb at their feet inside pit. 12 seconds left on this half. Mayern trying to tap away, but I mean, they need to go dig them out, and that simply will not happen. Taco with a little cilantro on top at the end of the half. It's double digits, 00Nation. It's one final half for the first day of the America's Road to Rio. Who picks up their first win? We'll find out in a moment. after that wishy-washy back and forth forced war to start the CT side, 00Nation stabilize, leaning on the pillars of Brazilian Counter-Strike history, Taco and coldzera, putting in the numbers here to make sure that it's not 2 losses in the same day. The first day of the America's road to Rio, 16 kills for both of those legends. Dumau not too far off, a little bit quieter from the rest of the 00Nation camp. And Isurus had their chances. You know, they have so many kills. Oh, excuse me, those are their deaths. Never mind.
Okay. You did not do that on purpose.
I was like, yeah, 13 kills each? How'd they? Oh.
Yeah, that makes more sense. That was it. I mean, they were getting outdone by those wonderful multi-frags by Cold and Taco. Taco from the pit. Cold just like kind of out in the open sometimes on the site.
Yeah, wherever he needed to be. Yeah. Whether that's running through B-site smokes or...
And at first, they were getting him out of the site they were attacking a lot. So there was that. But then as soon as they stopped being able to get those rotations, like 00, just way better aimers, it seemed.
Luchov saw a little movement. Noxy gets tagged up on the mid-peak, right? Just look for a little information. The same thing your banana player is doing. He got to walk away with 100 health. Noxy will sit on 13. And that weakness at the A site, going to elicit a rotation, leaving Luchov with the utility.
Yeah, and 00 say, okay, we'll meet you there.
It's a good call then. From Isurus, that is. But now, again, a little back and forth. Deco, he's thinking about the mid-peak. He's going to catch him with util in hand. Try, gets the trade frag.
Nice refrag.
P250 goated.
Ooh, a big pit molly.
Yeah, Mayern. He's going to have to dive into the little pit instead. Now we've got vast majority of 00Nation through lane. Oh! How does Cold survive that? Oh, USP from Reversive with the taps. He's got Luchov next to him. Tries getting tagged down to a measly 36. Noxy's looking for his chance to impact. Try, sticks the plant, comes up with it, will fall right thereafter, and Isurus win pistol as 00Nation rob away a little bit of money.
Jeez, Noxy on 1 health up on the balcony, and he gets away as well. Let's go back and fight. He's just such a pain in them to try to get that bomb down safely. Nearly had everything in place. It was a good opening bit of aggression as the moto smoke was coming down to peek into mid, but I thought the try refrag was going to be too much to deal with. And then the pit molly, they just kind of called out a couple of important spots right there. So Isurus back in the game. We'll see if they can recover some of their individual score lines. You know, in games where teams aren't perfect, the individual level matters even more. So.
It's cool to see Cold and Taco kind of tapping into that. I think if you go and look at the match history for 00Nation, it is very much the younger players that are always on the top end. But this game really matters. So to see that the old dogs still got bite, it's what started to save them. However, not out of the murky waters just yet. Lotto catching that flank. So the picture here for Isurus should be clear. A is under siege. Try into the gunfight within the bomb site. Catches him jumping up. Deco, he kind of catches coldzera looking the wrong direction. And Try, rinse and repeat. Same situation as the pistol. He's inside the site and fighting, but he doesn't have that bomb. He's going to reach for it. Picks it up and decides to play on Graveyard, wary that somebody's nearby. Now, they have lost track of him. And if they don't clear this corner, they are done for. But Try, also not watching, so easy from Luchov. He could smell the fear.
Yeah, that was a nice search. Thought he gets 1 kill, makes it a 1v1, but nope. Nothing to draw their attention anywhere else. So where will this game go? They do trade up in brackets at the very least. But everybody else is just pretty comfortable. It's kind of not the kind of round I think you want to think too much about. 3 nades coming into the follow-up.
Boy.
Oh, and a clean P250 kill.
Okay.
That's for you, Strawn.
Luchov looking mighty feisty. Man, he got that kill what felt like a minute after he died.
You can. This is where you go ahead and say, but it doesn't matter because there's no way that 0-0 win this round.
I'm not going to say that.
Well, that in itself is a form of influence because you know what happens when you do.
This A setup's kind of quiet, keeping themselves tucked in. Mayern having a rougher game. coldzera only has 20 health. Noxy catching dumau deep inside the CT spawn. Taco with the wraparound from library. Ooh, had a chance there, but long distance Deeg.
There's no real good way to approach him still.
Yeah, trying to squeeze into the A site however they can, but now the CT's having repositioned and not taking any damage, probably feeling confident they can stop this. The USP's out, and it's enough. Taco has been heard before and is caught trying to creep forward, so that lead has basically evaporated. Only 2 rounds the difference.
What was that earlier scoreline? 14-7?
Oh, yes, earlier today?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 00Nation 14-7 versus 9Z. Lost in overtime.
Oof. They got that weighing on them a bit,
Why
too.
are you bringing that up, Launders?
Because sometimes, you know, if you're a team that comes back a lot, you can think about that. In the past, we've done this before, you know?
Yeah.
But if you're also a team that blows huge leads, you're going to think about that, too.
It's recent as well. But it's a buyback, so we're not leaning on Taco's Desert Eagle. AKs across the board. Luchov, dude, poor guy's just getting pummeled. He's set on fire, tagged by bullets, pelted by grenades. Finally concedes, says, bro, can I just play in sight? And backs up. But it's him and Mayern. I feel like a follow through onto this B site. With the performance we've gotten out of these 2 individuals, you can see it slip through, but 00Nation still feeling out both sides of the map.
You kind of brought up Lotto as well as one of the players. Just didn't really get many kills in the first half, but in general, it just hasn't seen much action. It's just 8 and 8. On round 19. Well, here's that B approach. Takes a few extra seconds, but they've got plenty to exec properly.
Yeah, 0 utility here for Isurus.
True.
So that B hold looking mighty difficult.
Ooh, they're going to go quad. Are there any mollies? They're actually lacking mollies on the attack as well.
Boost player, though, could draw attention. Sure enough, as they cross towards pit, he brings one with him. Mayern even delivers already. Shaving off the 1v1s. Cold gets a kill the other way. Mayern's going to be found out. Luchov not able to help with that coffin smoke still down, but they could fall victim to this. Taco, he has to plant. He has to plant. He had no other option than to commit to that, and Luchov is not able to punish it. If he interrupts it, this one's over. And the clock dictates who wins. Noxy comes in, dumau down. And while coldzera had picked up that kill towards Apps, he's now going to need to clutch it. Catches the first kill, and Luchov, who is tagged, who was bullied and pummeled by utility at the start, a couple bullets and he's down. Cold toying with it. But this is coldzera, and he comes up short, a single HP short.
Oh, but
he's got the kit, he's got the defuse. Luchov, 1 health clutch.
The bomb didn't get tapped again, though, did it?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh
no, that might have been an unforced error there, actually, to swing again. Of course, it comes down to 1 health, but there was actually a real chance for 0-0 to just simply win that round if he doesn't peek. Unless I'm mistaken, maybe he thought he heard it. I'm not sure exactly. But Luchov wins it, and that brings Isurus even closer. Yet to lose here in the second half.
What a round from Luchov. 3 kills on like mid-30 health. Cold and Taco trying to keep this one alive, but we got to see something. Lotto and Tri still sub 10 kills. Noxy not gonna land the flick. Kind of leaving B understaffed. And suddenly, just like that, 1 kill and it's down, it's theirs. However, dumau offers over the return, so numbers kept even. Taco with the plant.
Rotations are, really slow in this position. I don't think there's a way in. That was just like the kind of worst way to die in that spot. Just trying to get to your spot. Can't even delay at all. But they're still here. We'll find out no one's quad here in a second and try to scale.
Retake setting itself up. Try finding a headshot first. Taco's still tucked in. And he catches reversive on the cross. Goes for more and finds it. However, very winnable. If Mayern hadn't just been dropped to 10 HP, maybe. And Taco delivers again.
Damn.
3 kills, throws himself up to the 20 frag mark, and makes sure that 00Nation keeps some kind of a buffer between them and Isurus.
Taco Cold duo, of course, legendary. Interviewed Zeus the other day, and he was just saying that, it was kind of always the plan to get Taco and Cold to play together before they played on Luminosity together, and now they find themselves on a team together. Post the Luminosity SK, 2016, 2017, 2 majors run. And now they're pulling all the weight in the world to try to get 00Nation over the line here. Look how clean this 3K was from Taco. This is a Starfragger spot, sitting on the bomb. Off the coffins, beautiful use of the angles.
Really doing their damnedest to make sure that they and their team do not have to fight back from the 0-2 group, because nobody wants to go down and have to try and reverse sweep.
Yeah.
It was pulled off at the last America's qualifier, last cycle, 9Z, 0-2 start.
Yeah.
Rocked it all the way back, getting themselves to the main event in Antwerp. So
it's a great story.
Yes.
I think even if you asked them, though, they would have rather just 3-0'd.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, man. The gray hairs come quick once you're 0-2. And the economy also disappears fast, so it seems. Isurus, Mag 7 Famas, Deagle 5.7s in the face of what is now a hard-hitting 00Nation.
Yeah, it smells like broken here.
Hot dogs and craft dinner.
Kind of delicious, but whatever.
Yeah, Threads the needle with the nade, but doesn't find anything for it. And no one's locked in. Unfortunately for Luchov, you're not getting out of there, brother.
Maybe should have just stayed in the smoke. Trying to find his kill.
Noxy comes wide. Dumau with a double. 3 on the round, so he is very much doing his part in this victory, or road towards victory.
Yeah, maybe it's coming. We'll see. It does look like they've got some very convincing attacks, and I think Isurus did have a few rounds on T side where they were not doing a good job of just pushing together and spacing properly and just coming through with the explosiveness that 0-0 have shown in a couple of these last B attacks. Certainly inspire confidence. And the fact is, Taco and Cold regularly not the top performers on the roster, which means that just buying time for the usual suspects to do even better.
He didn't see that. Oh, I thought Deco was coming over the boiler stairs, but I guess he turned around just as Cold kind of climbs over.
Taco's HSP must be like 80% this game. He is smoking fools.
Shredding.
Oh, and we're still broke, actually. Isurus.
It'd be like that.
Yeah, sometimes.
So, trailing by 3, 00Nation. This T side has just been theirs.
Yeah, just looking at the you know, ADR is the most crude stat to look at, but no one has above 70 ADR on Isurus. And just fact of the matter is that's going to result in rounds lost. Like, you could have the best setup in the world, but if you can't keep up on the frags, hey, maybe they could be in better position to get those kills. I haven't really seen anything that alarming that it would make sense, but kills matter, as Mayern shows us.
Little USP stacked up here for dumau. Nicely timed on the flashbang. You know, if he's even 5 feet further in, maybe you catch him in an attempt to jump back to the corner, but he escapes. Still kind of ominous. What are these pesky CTs stacking up for? How many more could there be? Whoa, dumau. I love that. Oh, runs the risk, backs up through the smoke.
He's got a small timing where he could get caught. He isn't spotted. Oh, he's going to run head first into him.
Yeah.
That's a jump scare.
That's his reward for having the gall to just walk backwards through the CT smoke.
And they pick up just fine after Mayern gets the 5v4. No further kills.
Sight all theirs. So dumau putting in work.
Bomb has been planted.
Now again, you think of the fact that we had Isurus win this CT pistol, convert that for the 4-round start on this second half. That's 4 of their 9 rounds. Well, that back and forth affair that happened when they were on T side because of the force buy win in round 2, that was also 4 of the 5 rounds they won on the half.
True.
So now as 00Nation start to pull ahead, we start to realize, yes, okay, it's odd that Lotto's not kind of getting his usual impact, that Try's having a harder time to get this going. But Cold and Taco have done enough for now dumau to join them. And with 3 players on 20 kills, with the vast majority of Isurus' success coming in at the very start of each half, we could be working towards a situation where 00Nation get that 16-9. We kind of, you know, clean our hands and walk away from the day with them recovering from that loss at the morning.
Yeah, it's a grim picture, but it's pretty accurate. Definitely felt like there were good things to say in the beginning, but it's just felt like a couple of weeks since then. All the rounds that have passed, so there's a lot of picking up to do, and they've got no one having the game of their life to compensate for, you know, maybe the lack of team player. Whatever they would say is a problem. Oh, Noxy takes a risk. Completely dumpstered here by dumau.
Ooh, and then the Molotov spread. So Deco, he was just looking to catch someone close smoke. Now he's in an awkward place where he falls back through more utility damage. Only 35 health to work with. Mayern from the top rope. Yeah, catches coldzera. That's a nice pickup. dumau looking for the recovery. Kind of tunnel vision with the scope. So Mayern collecting not 1, but 2 kills.
Said he's up in the treehouse. Well, he was.
And Luchov point blank with the Fomus. They turn their backs. The flash right in the eyes. A chance at a double kill, but he pulls out the smoke. Gun going empty. Try comes through with the double kill. That's the B site cracked wide open. Smoke in front of the cross, but a bad smoke and a half. Still go for the plant, I guess.
Yeah, they can spot the cross. At least maybe they can read the post plant now for the 2 CTs left up. But there is an op here, and Try has already got his first 2.
Starting to feel it, maybe.
Seems like he's warm.
Better late than never. Sees the jiggle, connects to Deco. And now the anticipation of Mayern, who tried his absolute damnedest to keep it alive. But there's a final multi-kill from Try. It's been a while, but the ball's now rolling for multiple pieces of 00Nation.
Yeah.
And with 4 kills on that one, it's not just 4 kills, but a great recovery, right?
I'm curious what the desk has to say. They characterize this match, but I think individual level is really standing out here as a kind of a primary suspect in the discrepancy between Isurus and 00Nation. Like, I mean, even there's not even just one player on 00 that are playing very well. It's, you know, Cold and Taco both having outlier games in terms of recent games. And then dumau as well. Fantastic on the entries. Super solid CT side.
Yeah, retaking his place, his rightful spot on top.
They were able to loosen up the defense just way too easily, and it didn't feel like Isurus had the protocols to get back into that round. They lost the op at top mid, who was by himself. No refrag there. And then they wanted to stay there to see if they could continue to frag. They get smoked, naded. And it's just Mayern is the only thing that they have going for them. But by that time, it's too late. The 3v5 one here for a 0-0. Actually, sorry. 4v3. Still on that 9 rounds.
Looking for that lifeline. What was that sound?
I think it was I think it was like wall bangs. I'm not sure. Like wall bangs from far away.
Okay.
Maybe. Or the voices in your head. It's usually that, but
you never know.
Wow.
Dumau, that's nasty.
Can't just walk around these days.
Yep. No leisurely strolls. Luchov knows that the inevitable is coming barreling towards him. He's hoping somebody presses up at the bottom of it, but Dumau wastes no time. What a recovery. You know, now he's sitting at a 2.0 KDR. And 00Nation about to walk away with a round win without even taking a single point of damage. So yes, the tail does end up being a decent start in the second half for Isurus, thanks to Pistol, a force war that netted them some early T-side rounds. But now as we get to the closing end, there doesn't seem to be any chance that they hold 00Nation back. Maybe this last gun round, if it is the last gun round, can turn things back ever so slightly, but Pistol's not nearly enough.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like they're going to win 2 rounds in a row. It doesn't feel like they're going to mount a comeback here. But hey, they've got nothing else to do tonight, so why not give it a try?
Up on Noxy. Into the boiler. Towards the alt peak. But doesn't really stick around. Gonna try to re-aggress this. Oh, nicely done. Luchov just shaving the top of Lotto off the wood stack. And there we go. Isurus, again, give them weapons. They have a chance. They find a 5v4, but now Dumau is coming barreling through utility looking for the answer. They could go for second servings. Sure enough, they've got support as well, right? 3 of the CTs here for Isurus, and they just set it on fire and fall back.
They got the CTs scrambling to figure out what's happened. They're so far away from the action on mid. It looks like any correct read that they make is going to be just that. Gamble more than anything else. Whoa, okay. That's a nice shot from the op.
Good pickup. Plus a player already close on site.
They're going to go for it again, it looks like anyways.
Ooh,
front side smoke,
side.
yeah, that's
nice.
Perfect for the rotation.
Makes Noxy's spot a little awkward. Oh, but you don't need to see your targets if you've got that 6th sense. 2 versus 5 attempt shut down as coldzera tries to clamber over boxes, try cut off on the fallback. And there we go. A little something more from Isurus. It's 5 straight, of course, from 00Nation, but there is a lifeline. They've just got to continue to sweep this back. 5 straight to OT.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was very clean, so that's good. Op shots were great. Setup wasn't perfect with the info. They had a little bit, too little info, I would say, to be comfortable, but because Noxy hit his shots, they didn't even need any extra assistance from the rotator to flash or anything like that. He handled it all by himself. Didn't really do much to set up his peaks. Just let him work.
Looks like they're going to neglect Banana a little bit this round. Isurus having put that love and attention towards it, shutting it down in the last. Why not try something fresh? Emphasis on the apartments, and honestly, Mayern inside of the pit, player up above him on Balk. This isn't the worst position to be in for Isurus, but they have to be able to get the kills, and Deco tries to trace one down, falls. Mayern got the trade frag at least onto Dumau, puts the smoke on his feet. That's going to keep him out of danger for the time being, but he needs support. He decides to take it on his own terms. A great grenade onto Noxy, drops him to 10. Try falls back. Lotto. Oh, turned on by Reversive. Gets reversed, and Noxy inside sight, just looking for his angle. It's 29 health left for Isurus to keep them out of that 0-2 pool. He sees the head in the little pit, 35 seconds left, and Noxy's position now known. 00Nation, I mean, they could just straight up leave and sprint to B, and they could get away with it if they want to. But Bomb hesitates for a second. Noxy's still going to have a chance, a Hail Mary, most certainly. Desperation sinking in at the 15-second mark, and nobody's showing him a thing. He peeks wide, dies to try, and 00Nation dodge the 0-2 by sending Isurus in their place.